I think I find that when I've done these, it's a little bit like at first I was so like I'm so analytical that I felt like I'm supposed to read the script like word for word rather than using it as a guideline for the conversation and letting them like you got to get that report and then like if you're skipping that part then you can always come back and be like, hey, just a few things I want to cover with you is how we pay you 50% commission up front. Um,
Yeah.
I had the same problem. I feel like, yeah, it like comes off telemarketing if you're just trying to ramble through that rather than like just using those as your talking points throughout the phone call with them.
Okay. Thank you.
Totally agree, Ty. I was kind of side earing you while I had to talk to Jordan about something real quick. Um, Give me 1 second. Got a little bit of a fire I need to put out. Okay. Um, so yeah, I mean that's kind of the broker thing is like I don't feel like you have to get too worried about that. I would just call them all a realtor. And if they're like, yeah, I'm the managing broker of the office, then you could refer to it as them as a broker from that point on if you want to. Most people aren't like most brokers aren't going to get bent out of shape. Like people called me a realtor all the time, and I had a broker's license, and I'm like, I don't really care, you know. To the consumer front facing, nobody knows the difference. Customers don't, that's for sure. So, cool. Any other challenge? Good job on that. She's got 16 people booked, Ty. What do you think about
Nice.
that? That's
Pretty
pretty good.
impressive. Yeah.
Um, Ty, how's your luck been going? Have you found any that are going to meet with you in this new year?
I can't. I honestly, same thing, kind of pause over the New Year's. People here were just like, oh, I'm out of the office and oh, my kids got this and it's Christmas. And I thought I'd just wait and start hitting it hard this week. I chased two around that whole week that rescheduled like two or three times each. They still, are interested in coming. They just have had to drop it. So I'm like, I'm over this middle of the week trying to schedule. I
Yeah.
want to be able to call them today and see if they can come tomorrow or the next day, not call them on last Monday and then have them be like, well, we're New Year's trip skiing to Red Lodge and we'll be maybe back on Friday.
Yeah. No, I get it. Well, I think there's
But the one I
uh
had reserved a lot for his parents to build a house, so that's good.
you did what
The one realtor that came up reserved a lot for his parents to build a house.
this weekend?
No, well, it was like last week, a couple
Nice.
weeks, I guess a couple weeks ago, but just before Christmas.
Nice. Well, I think there's definitely this time of year, usually things start to pick up quite a bit. In my experience, you'll start to see it get busy. And I think going into this, coming couple of weeks, um, I would just be on those realtors because not only are you getting busier, they're going to get busier. And with them
Mhm.
getting busier, they're going to have potential leads they could bring you. So I feel like this is one of the best times of the year to go get those realtors and get them to come in and start working with you. Sandy is here. Sandy, would you like to tell these guys what happened on Saturday?
Oh, well, I got to sign. Well, I didn't sign, but I had clients sign my first contract.
Yay!
Yeah.
Always
Woo!
Yay.
feels good.
Ashley meant to clap and applaud you, but she just didn't. Oh, she's answering the phone. But that's great. Pretty exciting. Did that feel good, Sandy?
It did. It felt really good. And they were very excited. So it made it pretty easy. They didn't have a lot of objections or anything like that all your training warned me about.
That doesn't happen very often. I'm
And I
just
did
going to tell
warn
you that.
them things will go wrong, but they'll be fixed because they live with the husband's mother next door to where it's going to be built. So they're going to be there.
Yep. They'll be watching it every day.
And I
Well,
told them how cool it will be to get to watch every step of the way, how get to be able to watch it going up all the different steps.
yep. It's awesome. Now, did you
And I
get
just had
the
a realtor meeting.
You just had a realtor meeting?
Yeah,
Excellent.
and I met the city of Bullard manager too.
How did the realtor meeting go for you?
Good. His office is just right down the road. He's the broker. And
Nice.
he asked, and do we have our homes that are available on the MLS?
Yes.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. I thought we did, but I wasn't sure. And he was saying that would make a big difference too.
Yeah, they
Because
are
he
on
has a lot of out
MLS.
of state clients and stuff, and they look, on the MLS.
Yeah, they are on MLS.
Okay,
And
good.
and most customers, most people find listings from realtor.com and Zillow and not from the old days, the history of real estate, just quick history of real estate. Back in the day, there was a book where that's where the phrase listing comes from. You
Hmm.
would list your house in the book, and only the realtor had the book, and nobody else could see the book. You had to go to a realtor, and they had to open up the book and tell you what is in the book in your area. And they would have to go do a whole bunch of research and find out a bunch of information so that they could tell you accurate information. And then they would have to make a phone call and schedule with somebody and talk to the listing agent. And the listing agent would ask qualifying questions. And there was a whole process. Doesn't work like that anymore. Literally, all the hard stuff that realtors used to have to do is all gone. The
Right.
customer goes to realtor.com and Zillow, sees the listing, sees all the pictures, sees all the data, all the information, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet, what year it was built, what the taxes are, all the stuff. And then they reach out to a realtor because the only function really of the realtor is that they need to open the box that has the key in it on the door. And that's what they get paid that percentage for, primarily.
Right.
Because they literally usually know absolutely nothing about the house that's listed because it's not their listing, you know? And if it is their listing, guess what they don't do? They don't show the house. Somebody else does.
I worked in the office at Sotheby's, and most of their listings were pretty high dollar, and they did accompany any showing. They always accompanied showings.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're high end, maybe, but most of the time they don't.
Most of the time, no.
Yeah. So it's been an evolving industry, but it's still they run ads, and so I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go to realtor.com and they always do it from their phone, but let's just play the game and make sure there's not anything weird going on for you, but let's look up Bullard, Texas. And this is what the customer does. They go, I want new construction. That's all I want. Nothing else. Don't show me anything else. I just want new construction only. And then they go price point, and let's just change price point to well, 50 million. That's too
Yeah.
expensive. Okay. 500 to 600. Oh, nice. Okay. You did have everything listed on MLS. Either there's something wrong, or I'll double check that with Scott because Scott's son lists all of them. So we'll figure out what's going on
I
there.
thought because he has some listings down the street of occupied properties.
Yep. I don't know what happened there. They weren't because I've checked them before, so maybe they expired or something and he didn't relist them. But we'll get them listed today if that's the case. But my point being, if somebody goes like this and they go, I'm interested in this house right here, and they go put in their phone number right here
Hmm.
and click request tour, you would think